Now we want to, all right, so again, for our template, we've come up with our topic sentence, restated it. We've got our explanation, and now we're moving into supporting details. So I'm going to read it together again. And as I'm reading, I want you to go ahead and type in your ideas for the specific supporting details on how and what this can look like in the classroom. Students who are in attendance and actively engaged typically demonstrate they are learning. When a student is not present and not able to participate, they often miss out on what is being taught in class. Students that are engaged in class discussions have a better chance of learning from not just their teacher, but also their peers. So now we're moving into the supporting details. And again, we want our supporting details to be specific to that last sentence. So what does it look like in the classroom when students who are there, they are engaged, they're participating in class discussions, and they're learning from their teacher and their peers. So, okay. All right, who is this? Stephen, you always hit me with like a long paragraph in mid-sentence, which is great. All right, a study from the Harvard Review showed that 85% of students miss less than 30 days of school demonstrate mastery of the class than the students who miss more than 30 days. Okay, so I'm going to type it in, and we're going to talk about it, okay? Study from the Harvard Review showed that 85% of the students who missed less than 30 days of school demonstrated mastery of the class. I'm going to say compared to those who missed more than 30 days. Okay, so can I address like the statistic real quick? Because whenever you are taking the GKSA exam, you don't have access to any resources to pull statistics from. However, you can absolutely use statistics as a supporting detail within your body paragraph. So what Stephen provided us with this body paragraph that we're building together is absolutely fine. You can, and it does have to be based off of memory, something that you've read somewhere, something that you've studied, and it's just part of your background knowledge. You can include that statistic within your body paragraph, and that's fine. No one is fact checking you, because again, you don't have resources to pull from while you're typing and doing your essay, but do your best to remember what you've read and plug it in where you can. All right, so I'm also going to add what Velvet has just typed. Velvet, thank you so much, and we're going to talk about how we can put. Stephen made you nervous with the statistic. He made me nervous too, Velvet, because I was in the middle of explaining it, and then it was like, bam, here's this nice big long statistic. All right, students that participate and attend class often are more likely to succeed in the classroom, which makes them successful outside of the classroom. Okay, I want you guys, hold on, I just need to just have these separate sentences right here, and I want you guys to read them, and I want you to tell me what you think after you've read them. So just read them real quick. I'll be quiet. Are you guys noticing anything about these two sentences contributed from Stephen and Velvet? Okay, it can be proven. You're right, it can be proven. But, okay, Stephen, what are you noticing from these two sentences that you and Velvet contributed? Because I have you guys thinking hard. More. Okay, so what I'm looking at is that they go together. Great minds think alike. Do you see how they flow together? Or is it just me that's seeing this? Yes, Velvet, yes. So even though Stephen hit us with the statistic, what his statistic does is it expounds upon the sentence that you gave us. So this is what I'm thinking now. So now in my head, I'm playing which one of these sentences do not belong. So I'm looking at this one right here. And although I love this sentence, but where we're going so far with the other sentences that we have, it's not fitting. So, okay, so let me just go back and reread it. So, because I want you guys to see what I'm meaning. Because with our essays, you want every single sentence to connect and build upon the same idea. So I'm going to read this, and then I want you to be able to tell me why this sentence does not fit. I want to see if you notice why. So I'll start with the topic sentence. Students who are in attendance and actively engaged typically demonstrate they are learning. When a student is not present and not able to participate, they often miss out on what is being taught in class. Students that are engaged in class discussions have a better chance of learning from not just their teacher, but also their peers. Students that participate and attend class often are more likely to succeed in the classroom, which makes them successful outside of the classroom. A study from the Harvard Review showed that 85% of the students who miss less than 30 days of school demonstrated mastery of the class compared to those who miss more than 30 days. So, are you guys noticing why this sentence is not fitting? If you're not sure, you can just send me a thumbs down. If you're still brainstorming and trying to figure out, that's fine. So you guys got me excited. Stephen sharing the statistic and then Velvet giving the sentence that goes with the statistic. You're just going to take my word for it, Stephen? Okay. Velvet, any ideas before I explain? Yes, Velvet, the peer part. Because in this sentence, we get into specifics where we're talking about class discussions, learning from their teacher, but also their peers. When we leave off on peers, that gives your reader the impression that you're going to start talking more about peers and how peers are important to students being in class and actively learning. So, we're not even headed in that direction based off of the sentences that you two contributed. So, this one just needs to be removed. It doesn't fit anymore. So what we're gonna do is replace it with this one. And now our supporting detail from Stephen is a specific piece of as a specific statistic that gives us more detailed information on the sentence that you contributed, Velvet. So now I'm going to reread it, and now I want you to see if you are able to see how it flows a lot better now. So I'm starting with the topic sentence. Students who are in attendance and actively engaged typically demonstrate they are learning. When a student is not present and not able to participate, they often miss out on what is being taught in class. Students that participate and attend class often are more likely to succeed in the classroom, which makes them successful outside of the classroom. A study from the Harvard Review showed that 85% of the students who missed less than 30 days of school demonstrated mastery of the class compared to those who missed more than 30 days. So how are you guys, do you guys notice the flow and how it's flowing better now? Thumbs up if yes. Okay. Velvet? Yep, that was Velvet. Steven, how are you feeling? Stephanie, I see you. Yes, Stephanie. Yes, you see it? Yes. I can't wait to hear how you guys do on the GK essay. Please, whenever you take it, keep me posted. Let me know what it was like for you, what you struggled with, if you struggled at all. I'm seeing 8s in your future. 8s and higher. I'm not gonna you're not limited to an 8, but 8s and higher. Yes, I want to be invited. Even if we're still under a quasi quarantine, it can be a Skype party, and I will be there to celebrate with you. Yes, Stephanie. No, I'm going to be proud of you because your students need you guys. So we need to make sure that you pass this GK essay. All right. So now that we see how it's flowing together, let's take a look at the closing sentence. Your closing sentence is kind of like a summation of everything that we just said. And if you're worried about sentence count, let's just take a look. You've got one sentence here for your topic sentence, 2 sentences here for the explanation, another sentence here, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're on our closing sentence, which is sentence number 5. So that puts us in our 4 to 5 sentence range for this paragraph. So again, a closing sentence is going to sum up everything that we just said. So I want you guys to think about it. How can we sum all of this up into a sentence to close out this idea and move on to the next idea? And I know you're thinking, you're good. Yeah, the closing is challenging. Okay, so let's do this one together. I see Steven typing Velvet. He's probably going to hit us with a really great closing sentence. But while he's typing, let's reread, and then we can talk about how we can close this out. Students who are in attendance and actively engaged typically demonstrate they are learning. When a student is not present and not able to participate, they often miss out on what is being taught in class. Students that participate and attend class often are more likely to succeed in the classroom, which makes them successful outside of the classroom.